Welcome back to Trinity Ball Yard on the campus of Trinity Baptist College for game number 2 of the doubleheader and number 3 of the series with South Region rival Toccoa Falls College. Each team has won a ball game. Toccoa Falls 1-0 last night in the 9-inning affair, and TBC in the first of 2 sevens here this afternoon, 7-4. So Trinity Baptist now 15-12, 6-2 in South Region play. Toccoa Falls 14-15 overall and 2-3 in South Region competition. And there you look at the starting pitcher for Trinity Baptist for game number 2, Preston Leach. He's done a nice job for TBC. He's shown some flashes of brilliance. The freshman still learning. And he is going to go up against a powerful offense. Leach has no record. He will make his 8th appearance, first start. He has pitched a total of 14 1/3 innings. Leach has allowed 10 runs, but only 8 of those earned. He has walked 12, and he has struck out 18. He's allowed just 1 home run. Here's a batting order that Leach will face. Charlie Compton will lead off, moving up to the number 1 spot. He is in center field. Connor Merritt will bat second. He's in left. Second baseman Aiden Dumas will bat third. Ryan McCarron at first. He will hit cleanup. Braden Alexander will be the pitcher and DH, and that's in case he comes off the mound. He will still be in the batting order. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth at third base is Nick Eckert. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Will Miller. Isaac Revitas, who caught last night, will do the catching in game number 2 here today. He's batting 8th, and right fielder Peyton Powell will bat 9th. We'll tell you more about Braden Alexander and his pitching prowess when he comes to the mound in the bottom of the first. And right now, Charlie Compton will lead things off. Compton got his 41st RBI of the season in game number 1. TBC scored 5 in the second. Toccoa scored 4 in the third. Then the Eagles added single runs in the 5th and the 6th. Here is Leach with a breaking ball. Misses outside, and game number 2 is underway. Compton is now hitting .437 with those 41 RBIs. He's hit 6 home runs. That might be number 7. He got it, but not quite enough, as Jacob Birch will make the catch just in front of the warning track in left center field. Compton gave it a ride, might have gotten it off the end of the bat, and there's 1 out. Compton did drive in a run, as we said, in game number 1. Connor Merritt moves up a spot in the batting order. He had a double and a run scored in game 1. And Merritt will step into the batter's box with an average of .333, 14 RBIs. Leach gets his first man, and his first pitch to Merritt is swung on and missed. Merritt is playing left field in game 2. He was the catcher in the opener. Preston Leach, right-hander, on the mound for TBC, a freshman from Atlantic High School in Port Orange, Florida. And a really nice breaking ball. Had to hit her out in front for strike 2. Jacob Brigman is playing first base for Trinity Baptist. Seth Reeves is at second. Nate Naguris at short. Logan McGahan at third. The same outfield. Williams in left, Burke in center, and Gattinella in right. And Ryan Ongst is the catcher here in game 2, with Larson Lott doing the designated hitting duties. A ball and 2 strikes. Ball game just underway. This is only the second batter. Compton flew out to center fielder Jacob Burke, who made the catch on the left center field warning track. It is absolutely beautiful here now. Cloudy, but sunny as well. Temperatures are at 78 degrees. Same fussy wind on and off. When it's blowing, it's around 13 miles an hour, and it's been changing directions all day long. That pitch misses outside. Right now, it looks to be blowing across the field from left towards right. Two balls and 2 strikes. And Leach has to deal with that sun as he looks in for the sign from Ongst. Here comes a 2-2. Lost his footing. That should be ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Connor Merritt trying to start a rally early for Toccoa Falls. Final game of the series. Each team has won 1. There's a fly ball into right. Gattinella will back up and then camp under it and make the catch. Pretty well hit, but Gattinella not that far to go to make the play. Brings up Aiden Dumas, the second baseman and number 3 man in the batting order. Dumas hit 8th in game number 1. He had an RBI sacrifice bunt in addition to a base hit. So he was overall 1 for 2, plus that RBI sac bunt. 2 outs, bases empty. And Leach will work from the stretch. First pitch, breaking ball is outside. Aiden Dumas now batting .277, 2 homers, and 17 runs driven in. And the 1-0 pitch from Preston Leach misses high. That is ball 2. Leach works exclusively from the stretch, primarily a reliever this season. And now delivers, and that one is in the dirt. Actually, that one is ball 2. So the count is 2 balls and a strike. And Leach doing a little duties on the mound, trying to get that dirt level. Been a lot of pitchers on that mound doing different things to it over the first 2 games of the series. Here's a 2-1, and an off-speed pitch misses outside. That's ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs with the bases empty. Top of the first, final game of the series. And Leach winds and delivers a fastball swung on and fouled off. That fills up the count. And a payoff pitch now coming from Preston Leach. He's looking for his first win of the season, as is Braden Alexander. Winning pitcher in game number 1 for TBC was Blake Bandy. Win number 3 on the season. Drew Billings with save number 8 went 2 innings to get it. 3-2 is fouled off. Darren Goki started the game but did not pitch the required 4 innings, so Bandy did a really nice job. He worked 2 2/3 and did not allow a run. Another 3-2 offering coming from Preston Leach. That's ball 4. So Toccoa has its first base runner with 2 outs in the first inning. Bandy walked 2 men and struck out 1 and allowed just 1 hit in getting the win. Billings in 2 innings, just 1 hit allowed, and he struck out 3 to get his 8th save of the season. So with 2 outs, that runner's at first. That is Aiden Dumas with Ryan McCarron at the plate. I'll tell you what he did in game 1 in a moment. He fouls off the first pitch. McCarron walked, singled, scored a run, and was officially 1 out of 3. He also drove in a run with his base hit in the 3rd inning. Now he's trying to at least advance the runner, get himself aboard, and give the middle of the order a chance in the 1st inning. Leach looks over his right shoulder at the runner and misses inside with a slider. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And McCarron came into this game at .337. Has 30 runs batted in. This is game 31 for Toccoa Falls, and he's out in front of another one and pulls it foul. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes on the first baseman. Ryan McCarron, a junior from Ball Ground, Georgia, Creekview High School, stands at 6'3". Made some really nice plays at first base in the first two games of this series. Some flinching going on by Dumas, trying to draw the attention of the freshman on the mound. Leach throws over to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jacob Brigman playing first base, holding the runner. Played 1 inning at the end of game number 1 here today. Did a fantastic job on the mound last night. Gave up just 1 unearned run in 7 innings. And this one misses up and away to even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brigman allowed just 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 7. So another terrific outing. Unfortunately, took the loss. Balls, 2 strikes. Dumas dancing off first, not going. The pitch is upstairs, and he will go on this next one because the count is now full. Jason Rhodes took the loss for Toccoa earlier today. An inning in 2/3, allowed 5 runs, only 2 of them earned. Toccoa made some miscues in that 5-run second. TBC took advantage. Payoff pitch. Brigman playing back. There goes Dumas. He hesitated a little bit, and a very hard line drive pulled foul. Balls, 2 strikes. And Dumas will get another opportunity to take off. Brigman playing back on the grass, along with Seth Reeves, a second baseman. Naguris pretty much the same at short. And McGann is a little bit behind third. That is ball 4, and 2 consecutive walks have put 2 men aboard with 2 out. Braden Alexander, the pitcher/DH at the plate. He was a leadoff hitter earlier today. Had a base hit and a run scored in 4 trips to the plate. And Alexander came into today's play batting .255. 2 outs, 2 men aboard. And Leach with the first pitch. This one's grounded and knocked down by McGann. He will step on the bag to retire the side. That's a fielder's choice and a 5 unassisted. And Logan McGann continues the great defensive play that both these teams have done the entire series. A diving play, tagging the bag, so the 2 walks with 2 outs do not score after a half inning. We are scoreless. Here's a batting order for Trinity Baptist. Seth Reeves leads off. He's at second base. Ryan Ongst is the catcher, batting second. Gavin Williams in left. He will hit third. Batting fourth is a designated hitter, Larson Lott. Jacob Brigman will bat fifth. He's at first base. Shortstop Nate Naguris will hit sixth, followed by Logan McGann at third, who just made that great play. Dominic Gattinella, the right fielder, and Jacob Burke rounds out the batting order. They will face right-hander Braden Alexander, who hails from Good Hope, Georgia, and is a product of Victory Baptist School. He's 6' 3" freshman. He has no win-loss record just yet. He'll be making his 8th appearance overall and 5th start. Check that, he has won 3 ball games. I was looking at the wrong name. So 3 wins, no losses. He has pitched 21 total innings, allowing 40 hits, 23 runs all earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 15. The defense behind Alexander: Connor Merritt in left, Charlie Compton plays center, and in right is Peyton Powell. The infield consists of Nick Eckert moving over to third base, while Will Miller is at short. Aiden Dumas, the second baseman, Ryan McCarron at first. The catcher is Isaac Rivitas. And so Alexander finishes up his tosses and gets ready to face Seth Reeves, who had a base hit and a walk. Was also hit by a pitch, and he scored a run in game number 1. So it will be Reeves, Ongst, and Williams starting things off for Trinity Baptist. Seth Reeves at 321. And the first pitch is down low. So 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch on the way, and this one is downstairs. That's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Reeves is a pretty patient hitter, he and Ryan Ongst especially. Reeves, if he likes the first pitch, he'll hack at it. If not, he will let it go. And that is a strike. It's 2-1. So Reeves ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Alexander delivers and misses upstairs. Count is 3-1 on Seth Reeves. Nothing else. Working the count to start the ball game. Here comes a 3-1. Changeup is in there for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Payoff pitch on the way. High pop up over the third base dugout and into the bleachers. Pretty good crowd out there. Toccoa Falls, as I said earlier, always brings a good crowd with them, and TBC Eagles have their fans in attendance, and we're always glad you're watching us here on the live feed. There's a pop-up down the left field line. Merritt giving chase, but it goes into the bullpen area. So Reeves has worked the count full, fouled off a couple of pitches, and gets back in the box with a 3-2 count. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a pitch on the way is fouled off once again, so Reeves will make Alexander work right at the start of the ball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wind blowing in about 13 miles an hour. Changing directions all day long. Ball 4, what a great at-bat by Seth Reeves. He got ahead in the count, fouled off some pitches, worked the count full, fouled off some more, and on pitch number 9, he draws the walk. Catcher Ryan Ongst at the plate. In game 1, Ongst walked a couple of times and scored a run. He was nothing out of 1 officially because he also had an RBI sacrifice fly. He fouls this pitch off. He's hitting .402 on the season, 22 runs driven in. That's including the sac fly he hit earlier today. No balls and a strike, and Reeves dives back into the bag. Seth Reeves has tried 4 steal attempts, and he's made it all 4 times. 1 strike and the pitch. And that one is inside to even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Next up for Trinity Baptist, Payne College. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, 3-game series in the South region. Count is 1-1. Reeves was leaning towards second and actually flinched that way as if he was going to go. So Alexander threw over to first, but Reeves got back in time. And pitch on the way is blooped foul into the Eagles bullpen. Next up for Toccoa Falls, Tuesday, a single game at home against Columbia International University. According to their schedule, time still to be announced, and then a 3-game set with Bob Jones at Toccoa Falls, and Toccoa will look to rebound from a series loss to the Bruins last weekend. South region play for both teams coming up. Throw over to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan Ongst. Gavin Williams on deck. Reeves gets a little bit more on the lead. He's not going, and ball 2 is inside. Ongst has a really good eye at the plate. It's 2-2. And Ongst digs in. Pitch on the way. Foul tip, but held on for strike 3. And that's 1 out. And the first strikeout for Braden Alexander. Gavin Williams will step up. Game number 1, Williams had a run scored after reaching on an error in the big second inning. Was hit by a pitch, officially nothing out of 3. Williams entered play today at 318. 3 homers. 21 ribbies. Takes the first pitch at the top of the zone. Williams has walked 17 times this season, an on-base percentage of .455. Throw over to first, a little bit wide, but McCarron, with a long arm reach, able to snare it. No balls and a strike. Reeves gets another half step, still not going, and the pitch is inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Reeves still not going. This one is in the dirt. And Revitas was able to block it. Now, not one pitch got by Revitas last night in 9 innings behind the plate. And there were some in the dirt, but he blocked every one of them, and he helped keep Trinity Baptist from scoring. And Toccoa won the game 1-0. Counts 2-1 to Williams. There's a drive into right field. That ball's going to get down. Reeves had to make sure it wasn't caught, so they had a chance at him at second base, but Reeves got in ahead of the throw that got away anyway. So a base hit for Gavin Williams. Could have been a deke move by Charlie Compton, the very well-experienced senior out there, but Reeves, also experienced on the base pass, didn't fall for it. First hit for Trinity Baptist, and now Larson Lott is at the plate. Reeves at second, Williams at first, 1 man out. In game 1, Lott had 2 base hits, a run scored, an RBI. He's also hit by a pitch. So officially, he was 2 for 3. Nice little off-speed breaking ball for strike 1. Stats are now updated. And Lott's hitting .397 with 12 runs driven in. 2 on, 1 out. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCarron, as usual, playing in front of the runner at first with a man at second. And the pitch. This one's hit hard into right, but will be caught. Powell will make the catch. Reeves will tag. He'll head to third. And runners will be at the corners with 2 outs. It's not a sacrifice fly. A run has to score to count it that way. It's just a fly ball to right. And an advance to third for Reeves. Brings up Jacob Brigman. The first time we'll see him swing the bat in this series. He's hitting .244. 7 runs driven in. He is 10 out of 41. He has a runner at third and another man at first. There are 2 outs. Alexander trying to get out of it without a run scoring. Williams stole a couple of bases last night, and he dives back in safely. He's 3 for 6 overall on the season. Got 2 of them last night. Reeves at third. Williams a modest lead, and the pitch popped up and out of play. TBC won earlier today, 7-4. Toccoa won last night, 1-0. Jacob Brigman trying to put his team out in front early. Throw over to first, a soft toss, the runner back. After Brigman will be Naguris, followed by the rest of the batting order is McGann, Gattinella, and Burke. 0-1. Pitch to Brigman. Runners going, and they will not make the throw. That'll be a steal for Gavin Williams, his 4th of the season. Earlier today, Logan McGann stole 4 bases in one game. 0-1 to Jacob Brigman. And the pitch is a strike. Brigman with 2 men in scoring position. And here comes the pitch. There's a chopper towards short. Miller scoops, throws to first in time. That retires a side. Eagles get 2 men aboard. 1 hit, 1 walk, but leave them both. After 1, no score. The New York Yankees lead the Milwaukee Brewers 18-6 in the bottom of the 7th. The Yankees have hit 8 home runs. Aaron Judge has 3 of them, including a grand slam. So the Yankees, with a lot of power in their lineup, putting it on full display today. Here we go to the top of the 2nd. Nick Eckert, Will Miller, and Isaac Ravitas will lead things off. Preston Leach walked 2 men in the first, but did not allow a run. 6, 7, and 8 are the batters for Toccoa. Nick Eckert had 2 hits in game number 1 today, also drew a walk and scored a run. He will start things off as Leach gets ready to start his 2nd inning of work. We're about ready to begin. Leach still trying to level out that mound. There was a high school game, Trinity Christian, here Thursday night, so that mound's taking a beating this week. They also played Tuesday. That first pitch misses outside. That game Tuesday was against Jacob Brigman's father's team, the coach at Florida Christian School. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. There's a line drive down the left field line. Williams will not get there. It's a base hit. Eckert around first. A huge turn, but Williams, with a good arm, got it right on target and held Eckert to a single. Big turn around first. But Eckert heads back, content with the single. Great to meet Mr. Chris Brigman last night. Came on, gave us a few minutes of his time. Talked about Florida Christian School and, of course, Jacob. At first, nobody out. And the first pitch to Will Miller misses for ball 1. Miller drew a walk in game number 1, but nothing out of 2. And Miller is now hitting .276. Pulls this one foul, hit it hard, got out in front of it. Miller has driven in 11 runs. He has 5 doubles and a triple. Also walked 14 times. Eckert, the runner at first, 4 for 6 in stolen base attempts. Not going. Leach delivers, misses low and inside. Eckert did not notice, or he did maybe, and notice the ball didn't get away from Angst. And Rhino was able to stop it. So a ball and a strike. Miller's made some really good plays at shortstop. All 3 games already this series. Squares around, shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike. McGann charging in just in case. McGann's already made a diving play at third base to end the first inning. And then he got a line drive and threw to first for a game-ending double play in Game 1. That helped Drew Billings get his 8th save. That pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leach with a runner aboard, nobody out. Leadoff single by Nick Eckert. And Eckert likes to keep those feet moving. There's a fly ball towards center, but right at Jacob Burke. 2 steps in, and he makes the catch. So 1 out for Isaac Ravitas. He didn't play in game number 1. Caught all 9 innings last night. No hits in 3 trips to the plate. And Ravitas comes into this game at 175. He has driven in 4. Throw to first. Eckert back in plenty of time. Number 8 man in the batting order at the plate, followed by Peyton Powell, then top of the order, Charlie Compton. Bunt shown, but pulled back in time to take one upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. And Leach takes a long look. He checks the runner over his right shoulder. Not many do that, but Leach does. And this one is up high. Counts 2 balls, no strikes. And Leach, again, takes his time. Slows down with runners on base. Works pretty quickly with the bases empty. And misses downstairs. Three balls, no strikes. And Leach from the stretch. That's ball 4, so 2 men are aboard with 1 out. Third walk allowed by Preston Leach. Brings up Peyton Powell, the right fielder, batting 9th, moving down from the number 6 hole in game number 1. Powell had a base hit and a walk. Officially 1 out of 3. And we'll have a runner for the catcher. Didn't see who that man is. Toccoa does not have numbers on the front, so it gets a little hard to tell at times. But Powell's at the plate, 2 on and just 1 out. And Leach from the stretch. Runners are going. Check swing, no swing, and everybody's safe. That's a double steal. Eckert at third. Another man at second. Courtesy runner is Lightsey for Toccoa Falls. Now 2 men in scoring position and a pitch. That hit off the helmet of Powell. He is aboard. Fortunately, that helmet protected him exactly like it's supposed to. Hayes Lightsey, the courtesy runner. We have a timeout. Coach Broden heads out to the mound. We'll pause here. We'll be right back. Charlie Compton steps in with the bases loaded and one out. Middle infielders will try to turn two and end the inning. Again, in tight at third. Brigman in tight at first. First pitch from Leach to Compton. Swing and a foul straight back. Charlie Compton led off the ball game with a fly ball to deep left center field. It was caught at the warning track. One strike. Leach with the pitch. There's a ground ball into right field. One run is in. Another man around third. Gattanella's throw to the plate. It is in time. Had to wait because Hayes Lightsey missed the plate. Onks missed the initial tag, and they were both scrambling, and the Eagles do get the out. It will be an RBI single for Charlie Compton. Eckert scores. It's 1-0. Lightsey rounded third. It is 9-2 on the putout. There are two outs. Runners at first and second. Compton at first. RBI single. And a pitch to Connor Merritt. Misses low and outside. Well, Gattanella kept a run from scoring in game one with a throw just like that. Held the runner at third. This time he got the assist, and Onks got the putout. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 is down low. Merritt flew out to right his first time up. Calls the runner at second. And Leach delivers and misses low and outside for ball 3. There is a base open. It's third. Merritt well ahead. 3 balls, no strikes. Reeves holding the runner close at second. And a pitch. Ball 4. Bases are loaded once again. That is the third walk of the inning issued by Leach. 4th overall. Powell goes to third. Compton to second. And Merritt aboard at first. TBC has already used a trip. And they're going to use their second one and go to the bullpen. Coach Copeland heading out to the mound. That's going to be all for Preston Leach. Tell you about the new pitcher in just a bit when we return on TBC Eagles. Caden Butler will take over for Preston Leach, the senior from Providence Christian College in Elk Grove, California. He will inherit bases loaded with 2 men out and will face Aiden Dumas. Try to end this inning. 1 run is in, the RBI single from Charlie Compton. Dominic Gattinella threw out the trail runner, also trying to score on the same play. That was out number 2. Butler will make his 6th appearance. He has 1 win, no losses, all appearances in relief. He has totaled 9 innings. In those 9 innings, he was allowed 11 runs, 10 earned, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Aiden Dumas drew a walk his first time up. And now he will try to tack on after 1 run has scored. Bases are loaded. It's Peyton Powell at third, Charlie Compton at second, Connor Merritt at first. Butler will work from the stretch, and the first pitch is upstairs. Nowhere to put the batter. One ball, no strikes. And ball 2 is up and away. Two balls, no strikes. Butler has to get one in the zone. Ball 3, 1 more will bring home another run. Leach is responsible for all 3 base runners out there now. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. There's a strike. Count is 3-1. Butler working from behind, got the first one called and now ready. Try to get number 2, and he does. Not a bad take by Dumas, because now all runners will get a head start. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Long look in for Caden Butler. Payoff pitch. Runners go. Ground ball towards short. Naguris will throw to first in time. Butler missed with the first 3 pitches, but came back to fill the count and get the ground ball to leave all 3 men stranded. 1 run for Toccoa on 2 hits and 3 left. Bottom of the second coming up. It's 1-0 Toccoa Falls. It is 6, 7, and 8 due up for Trinity Baptist. Nate Naguris, Logan McGann, and Dominic Gattinella. Caden Butler came into a very tough situation, fell behind in the count, but got the ground ball to end the inning. So 1-0 could have been a lot worse for TBC. Naguris will try to start things off, facing Braden Alexander in the first inning. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Naguris walked twice in the opener today. Nothing out of 2 officially. Takes the first pitch inside. So Naguris Ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. He's now batting .253 with 16 RBIs. High fly ball down the left field line, but should be playable for Merritt, and he makes the catch with ease. So 1 out. And it brings up Logan McGann. In game number 1, McGann twice reached on a fielder's choice, also had a single, a triple, and 4 stolen bases, and a run scored. So he's had a pretty productive day for TBC, and he made a few terrific plays at third base, including one already here in game number 2. First pitch fastball up and away. Made a diving snag and a hard one-hopper ticketed for the left field corner and got the out at third. Takes a strike to even the count at 1-1. Braden Alexander takes a long look, now winds and delivers. And a nice slider. Got a swinging strike, too. 1-2. And Alexander ready. Another breaking ball, but McGann stays alive. Logan McGann comes into this game hitting .268, 15 RBIs, 23 runs scored to lead the Eagles. Takes this one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the second. And a looper down the right field line, but slicing foul. McCarron will track that one down. And McGann will grab his bat, get back in the box with a count of 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And McGann trying to start a 1-out rally. Alexander delivers. There's a hard hit ground ball to short, backhanded by Miller. A long throw is off the mark. That will be a base hit for Logan McGann. Had the throw beaten anyway. Very tough play for Miller. Hit number 2 for Trinity Baptist, and try that again. Dominic Gattinella will be the batter. He scored 2 runs in game 1. Was 1 for 1, officially a double. He also walked twice and got hit by a pitch. McGann, been a busy man here in this series. At the plate, in the field, and on the base paths. 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts today is Logan McGann. On the season, 11 for 12. Throw over to first, runners back in time. One out with that runner at first. And Gattinella takes a fastball for a strike. Again, looks like he wants to take off again. Let's see what the coaches have in mind. Pretty good lead, a throw to first, runners back. Alexander's thinking the same thing. Again, not fazed by a couple of throws over to first. His lead is just as big. 1 strike to Gattinella. Runner not going. Hard ground ball, but foul down the left field line. That's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out with Logan McGann at first. Infield single. And he's going this time. The pitch is low and outside. And that double clutch from Revitas allowed McGann to get his 5th stolen base of this doubleheader. So McGann at second, Gattinella at the plate. The count is 1-2. Alexander takes a long look in. And now from the stretch, we'll deliver 1-2 to Gattinella. High drive, very well hit, but Compton's on his horse, heading back. This ball is up against the fence. McGann will round third. He will score. Gattinella pulls up into second with an RBI double. We are tied at 1. Dominic Gattinella hit the ball off the fence, almost got it out, but he does his job and brings the run home. And for Gattinella on the season, RBI number 13. Jacob Burke at the plate with a runner at second and one man out. Hit number 3 for TBC. Burke had an RBI single and a sac bunt in game 1, also drew a walk. Officially, he was 1 for 2. Turn and a throw to second. Gattinella back in, standing up. Burke is now hitting .224, 6 runs batted in. Check of the runner at second and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. So no balls and a strike. Alexander takes his time with runners on base. Checks that runner and delivers. And misses outside. Counts even at 1-1. Another long look by Alexander. Deep breath, now the 1-1. Misses outside, that's ball 2. Counts now 2-1 to Burke, number 9 man. So top of the order is next in Seth Reeves. Toccoa will have 4, 5, and 6 due up in the third. Alexander with the pitch. Slider low and outside. And Jacob Burke ahead 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Alexander from the stretch. One check of Gattinella. Good swing by Burke, but he fouled it off. Count is full, 3-2. Gattinella checking where the outfielders are, so he'll know if he has a chance to score on a base hit. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. And a rip by Burke, but he fouled it off again. That was pitch number 43 by Alexander. We're in the second inning. So Trinity Baptist is making this young man work. Count is 3-2. And a pitch. High pop-up. Should stay in play. Alexander will give way to McCarron, who will make the catch in front of the dugout. So that's out number 2. But Burke did make Alexander throw a good number of pitches in that at-bat. And now Alexander will face Seth Reeves, who walked to start the ball game. He got to third, but did not score. Dominic Gattinella, the RBI double. He's at second. We're tied at 1. Both teams have scored once in the second inning. Wind is now blowing hard in from right center. And a pitch to Reeves. Misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Gattinella being held by Miller, who's almost on top of the bag. And a strike called. Reeves nods his head in agreement. Ball and a strike. Potential go-ahead run at second. A lot of room on the ground to the right side. It is Dumas, the second baseman, covering the bag. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Seth Reeves trying to drive in the run. Alexander trying to get his team to come to the plate. Check swing, and Reeves fouled it off. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Reeves digs in. Alexander digs in. Here comes a 1-2. And this one is fouled off again. Now, Braden Alexander is about to throw his 50th pitch. Gattinella at second. If Reeves reaches, Ryan Ongst would be next. Karen, Alexander, and Eckert due up for Toccoa. And that one fouled off the batter's foot. Count remains 2-2 when the Yankees now lead the Brewers 20-6 in the 8th inning. White Sox and Angels are scoreless after 7. Pretty big difference in scores there, 26 and 0-0. There's a 2-2 to Reeves, low for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run is in. Alexander, another long look. He's been laboring. So far, just the 1 run. There's a looper and a base hit. Gattinella will round third. They'll wave him in. Compton throw to the plate. It is. Got him out in time. Eagles and their fans pleading their case, but out number 3 called at the plate. Compton throws out Dominic Gattinella, and that retires a side. Reeves does get a base hit. 1 run, and after 2, we're tied 1-1. Top of the 3rd, and out at the plate ends the threat, but Trinity Baptist got the tying run just moments before. So we go to the 3rd. Ryan McCarron, Braden Alexander, and Nick Eckert will lead things off. Caden Butler got the only man he faced to end a big threat in the 2nd inning after Toccoa scored its run. So Butler will start his first inning of work from a clean point of view. Well, earlier today, Dominic Gattinella threw out a Toccoa Falls player at the plate on a base hit, and now Charlie Compton has returned the favor. And Ryan McCarron about to step in. No official at-bat. He walked his first time up. Well, the hit for Reeves was number 4 for Trinity Baptist. So 1-4-0 for TBC, 1-2-0 for Toccoa Falls. And now McCarron waiting for a conversation down the line to end so he can take his hacks. And Caden Butler circling the mound, waiting for the conversation to end as well. Looks like the umpires are checking the baseballs to make sure there aren't any scratch marks or anything that might affect the way the ball travels. Well, we'll pause here while the umpires sort things out. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles. Ready to start the top of the third. And Caden Butler will face Ryan McCarron in a 1-1 tie. And Butler with his first pitch of the inning. Lifted high into left field. Gavin Williams will make the catch. It's cloudy, so the fielders don't have to worry about battling that sun very much. We've had some moments of very bright sunshine, but mostly overcast. A little rain fell during game one, but that didn't last long. So one pitch, one out. Braden Alexander, the pitcher slash DH at the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, and Coach Taylor's heading out to speak with the home plate umpire, and along with Coach Copeland. And again, we'll pause here, and we'll be right back. Ready to resume with Braden Alexander at the plate, nothing out of one. Butler got one pitch, one out on a fly ball to left off the bat of McCarron. And ready with his first pitch to Alexander, and it's called a strike. 0-1. And Butler likes the sign he gets. The pitch on the way, fastball a little bit low. Each team scored one in the second inning. Top of the third, one out. Caden Butler on the bump for TBC. And he misses upstairs. That's ball 2. Winner of this game takes the series 2-1. Toccoa won last night. TBC won the first game today. Counts 2-1, and Butler's ready, and the pitch on the way, a breaking ball. Bouncer towards short. Naguris scoop in one motion, throws to first. Brigman had to come off the bag, but he had time to put his foot on the base for the out. So 2 outs. Nice job by Jacob Brigman. Recognized that he needed to come off, and he was able to get back to the bag in plenty of time. So 2 outs, and Nick Eckert at the plate. He singled, stole a base, and scored in the second. He scored, and Gattinella threw out Hayes Lightsey at the plate, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Each team has done that now. Compton, of course, got that final out of inning number 2 with a great throw to the plate. Butler ready. 2 outs, bases empty, and the pitch. And that one is up and in. That's ball 2. And Butler shakes off a couple, gets one he likes. 2 balls, no strikes. And a fastball called to strike 1. In the bottom of the third, it will be 2, 3, and 4 for Trinity Baptist. Ongst, Williams, and Lott. Counts 2-1. Pitch on the way. He is high and tight. That's ball 3. The Yankees have defeated the Brewers 20-9. Very high-scoring game. Last time I checked, the Yankees had 8 home runs. Dumas thought he had a walk, but called strike 2. Angels now lead the White Sox 1-0 in the bottom of the 9th in Chicago. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Bases are empty. Butler, a deep breath. Now the 3-2 offering. There's another chopper to short. Naguris backhands. Low throw. Brigman dug it out. Side retired. Jacob Brigman with 2 nice plays at first base, allowing Butler to get Toccoa Falls in order in the top of the third. Bottom half coming up. TBC and Toccoa Falls tied at 1. Braden Alexander, 2 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And he will face Ryan Ongst, Gavin Williams, and Larson Lott. Excellent job by Jacob Brigman on 2 consecutive grounders to short. Coming off the bag, then getting back in time for out number 2. And then a terrific pick on a short hop to end the inning. So we're tied at 1 as TBC comes to bat. Ryan Ongst went down on strikes his first time up. Braden Alexander looking for his 4th win of the season. Preston Leach off the hook because TBC tied it up. So Caden Butler looking for win number 2. And here's Ongst, nothing out of 1. Alexander delivers the first pitch of the inning, and he misses low and outside. TBC Eagles in the dugout, loud and proud, cheering on their teammates. 1 ball, no strikes to Ongst, and the pitch on the way. Change of pace, it got the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here comes the 1-1. And that one got away. In the dirt for ball 2. St. Louis leads Minnesota 4-1 in the 8th. Orioles in front of Toronto 8-4 in the 5th. 2-1 is fouled off. Phillies and Nationals, no score. It's only the 2nd inning. Pirates got a run in their half of the 1st to lead Miami 1-0. Giants and Reds are scoreless in the 2nd. Here's a 2-2 to Onks. Up and away, that's ball 3. Cleveland at Kansas City, no score after 1. Rays and Rockies are scoreless after 1. Payoff pitch coming to Ryan Ongst. There's a looper into center. Compton coming in. He won't get there. It's a base hit. One of the few times that Compton hasn't been able to run one down. He's been terrific out there in center field all 3 games. So leadoff single for Ryan Ongst. He is the catcher, so he will come out for Graham Gorman to be the courtesy runner. Gorman ran for Larson Lott in game number 1 and scored a run. That was a big insurance run in the bottom of the 6th. Now Gavin Williams at the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a stolen base. It was Williams whom Compton robbed to end last night's ball game. Gorman, good lead off first, not going. High fly ball to right, midway depth, and Powell will make the catch as the sun's trying to peek through the clouds. So 1 out. Brings up Larson Lott, who flew to right his first time. So 1 out with the runner at first. Lott followed by Brigman and Naguris. Graham Gorman, the courtesy runner. In case you're wondering, he's 8 for 9 in stolen base attempts. He's going. Pitch is a strike. The throw is on target, but late. And a stolen base for Gorman, number 9 in 10 attempts on the season. So Lott has a chance now to put his team out in front with a base hit. Leadoff single by Ryan Ongst. A fly ball and now the stolen base. Pitch was a strike, so 0-1 to Larson Lott. And that one misses down low. Sox are at Rangers tonight. Mets at Houston. Braves at the Padres. Cubs at Arizona. Tigers at Dodgers. Athletics at Mariners. And a 1 strike is outside. That was actually ball 2. Counts now 2-1. Graham Gorman at second base. Potential go-ahead run. Larson Lott at the plate. And the pitch. Low and outside. That's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Lott now looking for one he can drive into the outfield and try to get that run home. Gorman a decent lead off second. Dumas playing the bag. There's a ground ball, but Dumas got back to his position in time to make the play and get the out at first. Advances to third, but now there are 2 out, and Jacob Brigman is at the plate. So Dumas was playing up the middle, but he bounced back just in time and made a nice play. Brigman will try to bring home the run. Alexander will wind up with the runner at third and 2 outs. And a nice slider for strike one. No balls and a strike to Jacob Brigman. And this one is inside to even the count. Miller, Ravitas, and Powell, the scheduled hitters for Toccoa in the fourth. 7, 8, and 9. Now there's some men walking around the Toccoa Falls bullpen, not throwing at the moment. There's a ground ball towards second, but Dumas will field. Pitcher covering, side retired. McCarron had to leave his position to try to make the play, and Alexander did his job to cover, so a 4-1 put out. And a runner left stranded at third. After 3, it's 1-1. Caden Butler has looked pretty sharp so far. 1 1/3 innings and all zeros. He has retired all 4 men he has faced. And now he will face Will Miller, Isaac Ravitas, and Peyton Powell. There is action in the Toccoa Falls bullpen. Freshman Luke Pruitt from Pendergrass, Georgia, starting to heat up. Will Miller flew out to center his first time. 1-1 in the fourth. The winner takes the series 2-1. And Butler delivers. There's a line drive, base hit into center. First ball swinging, and Miller rewards himself and his teammates with a leadoff single. First base runner allowed by Caden Butler. Brings up Isaac Ravitas, who walked his first time up. And his courtesy runner, Hayes Lightly, stole second. Runner at first, nobody out. Miller, 5 for 6 in stolen base attempts. Bunt shown, pulled back in time to take ball 1 high. One ball, no strikes. And Butler, long look in, now delivers. Another time, bunt shown, but again, pulled back and taken for ball 2. So Miller leads off with a base hit. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Isaac Ravitas. That's ball 3 upstairs. Butler will keep an eye on the runner at first. 3 balls, no strikes. And now the pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Counts now 3-1. Miller has not indicated any sign of running just yet. Now with the count 3-1, not going. Bunt shown again, and it's popped up and will land foul. So now with 3-2, we'll see what Miller has in mind. And we'll also see what Coach Taylor has in mind with Revitas, who showed bunt multiple times in this at-bat and just fouled one off for strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners going. Revitas takes ball 4, so that will just be a walk. Miller now at second base, and there's nobody out. Hayes Lightsey ran for the catcher last time, and it looks like they're going to do that once again. Here comes Lightsey. So he's at first. Will Miller is at second. Peyton Powell is stepping up. He walked his first time. Go-ahead run at second base and nobody out. Leadoff single followed by a walk. Time called. Coach Broden wants to speak with Caden Butler and the infield. We will pause right here on TBC Eagles. Peyton Powell will step in, facing Caden Butler. 2 on, nobody out. Powell squares around, drops down the bunt. Ongst will go to first. They got the out there, but a successful sacrifice bunt. Seth Reeves covering. The 1 out, but both runners advance into scoring position. And that's going to be it for Caden Butler. Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. We'll tell you about the new man in just a moment. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles. Freshman Noah Durden from Dade City, Florida, takes over for Caden Butler, who did a nice job, but is responsible for the 2 men on base. Noah Durden will make his 7th appearance. He has started 1 time. No wins, 1 loss in 9 1/3 innings. He's allowed 19 hits, 13 earned runs. He has walked 9 and struck out 6. He will face Charlie Compton as his first man. He will inherit 2 men aboard, second and third with 1 out. Caden Butler, 1 2/3 innings. 1 hit, no runs, but he is responsible for the 2 men on base. He walked 1, did not strike out a batter. Dangerous man at the plate, Charlie Compton. Infield in to try to keep the run from scoring. 1 out. And Durden's first pitch to Compton misses up and away. Each team scored 1 in the second. Each team has had a runner thrown out at the plate from the outfield on a base hit. This one misses low for ball 2. One ball, no strikes. Noah Durden from the stretch. And Compton fouls this one off. He had a pitch to hit. So now it's 2-1. McGurris, McGann, and Gattinella do up for TBC in the bottom half, but they need to keep Toccoa from taking the lead here. 2 balls and a strike to Compton. 41 RBIs and the pitch. Line drive right back to Durden, who makes the catch. Both runners very aware, get back to their bags, and that ball hit like a bullet right at Durden. 2 outs. The infield can back up now as Durden will face Connor Merritt. I'm glad that wasn't me trying to catch that one. Compton giving credit to Durden. What a play. Ball hit very hard. 2 outs, runners at second and third, and a first pitch. Trying to see what the umpire called, and it is a strike. A little bit late call. So 0-1. And a fastball misses low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count's 1-1. 2 men in scoring position. Merritt trying to bring them in. Strike 2 on the fastball. Counts 1-2. Durden 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. This is a dangerous lineup, averaging 7 runs per game entering play today. Foul tip right off the end of the bat. Definitely a foul ball. I heard it. That might have got a piece of Ryan Ongst as well, and it looks like it did. So he'll get a few moments to regroup. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Durden trying to end this threat. He caught Compton's vicious line drive and is now ahead 1-2 to Connor Merritt. A fly to right and a walk for Merritt. Wind very calm right now. It's been changing speeds and directions all day long. The 1-2. Got him looking to retire the side. Noah Durden comes in and gets the 2 men he faces, stranding runners at second and third. We go to the bottom of the 4th in a 1-1 tie. Freshman Luke Pruitt from Jackson County High School in Pendergrass, Georgia, now takes over for Toccoa Falls. Braden Alexander did a really nice job in 3 innings. Alexander allowed just 1 run. It was earned on 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Got some defensive help with the throw out at the plate. But Trinity Baptist has also thrown out a runner at the plate. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Nate Naguris, Logan McGann, and Dominic Gattinella will be the first men to face Luke Pruitt. On the season, Pruitt, 1 win, 2 losses. This will be his 14th appearance. He has started twice, 22 2/3 innings. He's allowed 33 hits, 23 earned runs, 10 walks, and 21 strikeouts. And the first man he faces, Nate Naguris. Nothing out of 1, a fly ball to left. That came in the 2nd inning. So the freshman gets ready for his first pitch. And it is drilled into center field, but Compton has a beat on it. Takes a few steps back and makes the catch. Naguris hit the daylights out of the ball on the line, and Compton was able to run it down. So 1 out. Logan McGann at the plate. He has scored the only TBC run of the game after a base hit in the 2nd and a stolen base. He scored on Gattinella's double that followed. And McGann has been a base-running thief today. 5 steals in these 2 games, 4 in the first one. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Luke Pruitt makes his first appearance of the series. He's thrown 2 pitches and gotten an out and a strike. And that's his first miss. Pruitt takes a look in. Here comes the 1-1 to Logan McGann. That's in hard, but snared by McCarron. Pruitt covering first in time for the out. Another great defensive play. We've seen it from both sides the entire series. Ryan McCarron has really good range at first base, and he positions himself well. And credit the Toccoa pitchers. They know to cover the base. And Dominic Gattinella had the RBI double in the 2nd. Hit the ball off the fence, nearly got it out. 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch to Gattinella is upstairs. Payne College here next weekend. Toccoa Falls will play Carolina University and Fort Lauderdale before playing Bob Jones again. 1 ball, 1 strike. TBC has nothing but home games left in the regular season. Thomas University is coming soon. Atlantis and Millennial Atlantic. This one is fouled off. Working the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Pruitt has retired the first 2 men he has faced and is ahead of Gattinella. Both balls hit hard, but good plays. And that one is in the dirt. Compton, you also consider that line drive was directly over his head. That is not an easy play for anybody. Compton made it look easy. McCarron ranged very far to his right. So 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gattinella. And a roller into left, backhanded, and a throw to first. Got him! Will Miller with the arm to nip Gattinella at first base. 3 great plays. None of them easy, but Toccoa Falls makes the play each time. After 4, it is 1-1. Noah Durden has pitched 2/3 of an inning so far and has not allowed anything. A line drive that he caught himself and a called strike 3. Now he will face Aiden Dumas, Ryan McCarron, and Braden Alexander. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the 5th inning. Well, Toccoa flashed the leather in the bottom half of the 4th. Compton in center, McCarron at first, Miller at short, and Miller also showed off the arm. So we're ready for the 5th inning in a 1-1 tie. 1-0 Toccoa last night, 7-4 Trinity Baptist earlier today, and now 1-1 in the 5th of the final game of the series. Aiden Dumas at the plate. He has walked and grounded to short, and this is the 3rd pitcher that Dumas will face in this game. He faced Leach and Butler, and now Durden. And Durden's first pitch is low and outside. Wind is now blowing in once again. Noah Durden gets to wind up, and the pitch misses the outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. And Durden with the 2-0. That's low and outside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Don't want to give these guys free bases. And a 3-0. Ball 4 is up and in. Leadoff man draws a 4-pitch walk. First base runner allowed by Noah Durden. And it brings up Ryan McCarron, who's also walked and flied out to left. Dumas at first. Toccoa hasn't tried to steal a base yet, and fortunately that ball was well foul because it went a long, long way. Never was fair. And McCarron wishing he had waited just a bit longer on the swing. So nothing but a strike. Dumas leading off first. And a pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Dumas is 7 for 8 in stolen base attempts. Toccoa hasn't tried one yet this game. Dumas with a pretty decent lead. Now he bluffs, and the pitch is outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. And McCarron, big time power shown on that first swing, but he pulled it very foul. Counts 1-2. And that one misses up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Onks likes to throw just like Larson Lott does, and both have good arms. Count is 2-2. Dumas looks like he has lengthened his lead a bit. Got the oven mitt on the left hand. Not going, and ball 3 is way outside. From 0-2 to 3-2. Dangerous hitters coming up. Dumas, Alexander, and Eckert. The whole lineup has a lot of power. This team has 19 home runs on the season. Runners going, ball 4. And Ryan Ongst was able to keep the ball from getting by. But the first 2 men aboard, both via the walk. Not what you want to do to a team that can score runs. Braden Alexander at the plate. He is still the designated hitter. So no change in the batting order. And that's going to be it for Noah Durden. A new man will face Alexander. We'll be right back in just a bit. The new pitcher will be Drew Billings, who got a 2-inning save in the opener of today's doubleheader. He's the closer, not a save situation, but he is in there to try to save Toccoa from scoring a run. He will inherit Dumas at second, McCarron at first, nobody out, and Braden Alexander the hitter. So the game on the line in the 5th inning. Alexander is followed by Eckert, Miller, Ravitas, and Powell, should the inning go that far. Billings, no stranger to clutch situations, usually does the job. His 8th save of the season earlier today. He has 2 wins and 1 loss. ERA of 3.86, 16 1/3 innings. This is counting earlier today. 12 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 15. He will face Braden Alexander, who now steps into the batter's box. 2 on, nobody out. Big point of the game for both teams. Toccoa Falls trying to take the lead. And Billings with his first pitch, bunt shown, and it's fouled off. Alexander might have chased one up out of the zone. You do that, you're risking a pop-up. 1 strike. Brigman in tight on the grass at first. Naguris, the shortstop, on top of the bag, holding the runner at second. Billings delivers and hits the batter, and that will load him up with nobody out without a base hit. And Toccoa Falls with the momentum right now. Nick Eckert coming up. Sacks are full, and Coach Taylor is calling Eckert back, and we'll have a new batter. And we'll see in a moment who this batter is. That's a big man coming up. Wearing number 75, Cole Smith will bat for Nick Eckert. So Smith has the sacks full. He's hitting .418 with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. His first appearance of the series. And a big swing and a foul ball. Cole Smith, a junior from Oconee, Georgia, North Oconee High School, 6'1". 5 home runs. This is a clutch situation. Billings delivers. Not sure where that one missed. Must have been a little outside. It's 1-1. Five home runs, 27 RBIs. 79 official at-bats for Smith, and he takes this one outside. Smith is ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Middle infielder's back. They'll trade a run for a double play. Billings delivers outside. There's nowhere to put Smith. The bases are loaded. 2 walks and a hit batsman. 3 bases usually do come back to hurt the pitchers. Counts 3-1. Billings delivers. High pop up on the infield. If it's fair, it's foul. McGann will make the catch. I was about to say if it's fair, it's an infield fly. But McGann makes the catch for the out. So 1 out. And it brings up Will Miller, who is 1 for 2. He's gone to center field twice. Last time up, got the base hit. A double play ground ball would end the inning. McGann off the line and on the grass at third. Billings delivers and gets a strike. Both Reeves and Naguris double play depth. Brigman in front of the bag at first. Outfield, mid-length, and straight away. One out, Will Miller at the plate. And the pitch. High pop-up, foul territory. Angst and McGann giving chase, and it's out of play. I lost sight of it myself as it got up above the ceiling here in the press box. A little further down the line than I thought. McGann was there, but the ball sailed out of play. So it's strike two. No balls, two strikes. Drew Billings trying to play Houdini. Got the first out. Strikes on Will Miller. And a pitch. High pop-up. Infield fly. Batter is out. McGann will make the catch. There are two away. Brings up Isaac Ravitas, and now the infield can play normal depth and try to get this third and final out. Burke, Reeves, and Angst, the scheduled hitters, but first, Billings needs to take care of Ravitas. Two pop-ups, one in foul territory, one in fair. And Billings with his first pitch to Ravitas is a strike. That cheering you may hear, the Eagles right beneath us here on the third base side. Fans in attendance as well. Both sides brought a good crowd. Billings, the one strike, is a little bit high. That's ball one. One ball, one strike. Billings hit a man to load the bases, then got a pair of pop-ups. Now trying to get out of it. There are two outs. That's ball two. Two balls, one strike. This right here could be the biggest moment of the game. Here's a 2-1. He hits him, and a run will score. All four base runners. Freebies, two walks, and two hit batsmen. Dumas will score. That's an RBI credited to Ravitas, and Toccoa Falls leads 2-1. McCarron advances to third. Alexander to second. Ravitas will give way to Hayes Lightsey, the courtesy runner, at first. That run goes to Noah Durden. Peyton Powell at the plate. No official at bat. Ground ball to short. Naguris will have to go to first. Side retired. One run on no hits and three men left. Bottom of the fifth coming up. Trinity Baptist coming to bat, trailing 2-1. Luke Pruitt got some great defensive help when he came in the fourth. Compton ran one down in center. Ryan McCarron ranged far to his right And then shortstop Will Miller, a backhanded play and a great throw to just get the runner. And now it leads 2-1, and he will face Burke, Reeves, and Ongst. Pruitt, pitcher of record at the moment for Toccoa Falls. Noah Durden for Trinity Baptist. Jacob Burke popped up to the first baseman his first time. Now trailing 2-1. They trailed 1-0 before tying it up. And Pruitt's first pitch is a little bit low. It's Burke, Reeves, and Ongst. Anybody gets on, Williams, Lott, and Brigman are the next three men. There are a couple Toccoa players trotting down to the bullpen. Hunter Tatum, who pitched last night, is the pitcher going down there with one of the catchers. Ball and a strike. Tatum did a good job in relief for Toccoa. Everyone who took the mound, 5 total pitchers combined, all did fantastic. The 1-1. Curveball for strike 2, not the pitch that Burke wanted, so we let it go. A ball and 2 strikes. Pruitt doesn't throw all that hard, but he's been effective, and so has his defense. Here's a 1-2. A chopper. From the first, it is not in time. Ball got away, but no chance for Jacob Burke. That's an infield single. Miller charged in, had to make the throw in one motion. Very difficult play. He's made that play more often than not in this series. So that's a base hit. And it brings up Seth Reeves. Burke now 1 for 2. Reeves is also make that 1 for 1, a walk and a single. Reeves puts down the bunt. Pruitt will throw to second. They'll get there. And Reeves bunted it right back to the pitcher. So it's a fielder's choice, but unable to advance the runner. It'll go as a fielder's choice for Seth Reeves. 1 out with the runner at first. 2-4 on the putout. Ryan Ongst, the hitter, he is 1 for 2. Bunt that ball anywhere but where Reeves did, and he gets the sacrifice down. But he got it right back to Pruitt, who had plenty of time. Credit Reeves for hustling, taking nothing for granted. He beat the relay throw to first. 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Ongst at the plate. A lot of room to the pull side. And a pitch downstairs and backhanded by Revitas. Potential tying run at first. Ongst ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Throw over to first, and Reeves back in plenty of time. Gavin Williams on deck. Larson Lott to follow. There's a drive right towards second. A chance for 2. There's 1. There's 2. Inning over. Leadoff single, but nothing else. 4-6-3 double play. And Trinity Baptist comes up empty in the 5th. After 5, 2-1 Toccoa Falls. Drew Billings in relief. Starting his first clean inning in the top of the sixth. He'll have the top of the order, Compton, Merritt, and Dumas to contend with. TBC got the leadoff single in the fifth, but then a sacrifice bunt attempt that did not work out and a double play, so only 3 men batted. Charlie Compton has an RBI single in 3 trips to the plate. Robbed of a hit. Then pitcher Noah Durden caught the line drive right back to the box. So Billings, in his 4th inning of work this afternoon, got a 2-inning save earlier today, his 8th of the season. Trying to keep it 2-1 and give his offense a chance in the bottom of the 6th. Charlie Compton stepping in after some housekeeping duties, make it a little easier for the pitcher to see the plate. Wind is blowing in once again. And Compton, the big left-handed hitter, at the plate. His final season from Lexington, South Carolina. Pulls one hard but foul to the right side. Last time we're going to see Charlie on this field. Certainly wish him well. Of course, these two teams could meet up again in the South Region tournament. No balls and a strike and a pitch. And that one misses by a wide margin. So the count's even at 1-1. Billings ready for the 1-1 delivery. And this one is fouled right off Compton's ankle. Toccoa Falls still has a lot of baseball left to play. We told you they're about to play Columbia International, Bob Jones, Carolina, and Fort Lauderdale. They still have Abraham Baldwin for 3, Truett McConnell, and Pikeville for 3 after those games we told you about earlier. So the Screaming Eagles from Toccoa Falls, a lot of baseball still left. Strike 3 called. Compton is out number 1. First strikeout for Drew Billings, and it will bring up Connor Merritt. He has a walk to his credit in 3 trips, so nothing out of 2. Ball right at the knees of Compton. 1 out with the bases empty. Billings has been very good except for the hit batsman. And the second one he hit allowed a run to score last inning. Merritt bunts through the first attempt. No balls and a strike. Billings, though, he did stop a big rally that was brewing. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Got those 2 pop-ups. He came in with the bases loaded and nobody out, or actually 2 on. He hit the first batter, then got the 2 pop-ups before the second man. And that second one ended up bringing home a run. And this one goes behind Merritt. It's 1-2. Ryan McCarron scheduled to hit next. Or check that, Aiden Dumas and McCarron in the hole. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty, top of the 6th. Toccoa Falls 2, Trinity Baptist 1. And Billings drops down from the side and misses outside. Falls 2 strikes. Payne College here next weekend. Followed by a doubleheader with Thomas University. Then Atlantis for 3 and Millennia Atlantic for 3. And all of those are at home. Bouncer up the middle. Naguris behind the bag, throws to first, 2 down. Brings up Aiden Dumas, who walked to start that fifth inning and scored the run. And that's the go-ahead run. So 2 down, bases are empty. Williams, Lott, and Brigman due up for Trinity Baptist in the bottom half of the inning. And Billings working from the first base side of the rubber. 24 pitches, swing and a miss. Sidearm delivery is actually a more natural motion. In that regard, much more similar to a fast-pitch softball. So sidewinders can typically throw a good number of pitches. Strike 2 caught the outside corner. Of course, I always think of Dan Quisenberry and Kent Toccoa from the right side, Mike Myers from the left side. 0-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Billings, 2 punch-outs with a ground ball sandwiched in between. 1, 2, 3, go the Screaming Eagles. The TBC Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 2-1. Trinity Baptist will send 3, 4, and 5 in the bottom of the 6th to the plate. Gavin Williams, Larson Lott, and Jacob Brigman, barring any changes. Luke Pruitt, 2 innings, just 1 hit, got a double play to end the 5th. Soft-tossing right-hander has gotten some great defense behind him, and Toccoa Falls, except for 1 inning in Game 1 earlier today, has been fantastic with the gloves. Trinity Baptist, the same. Both teams have made some brilliant defensive plays. And I'm talking about the entire series. Gavin Williams was a victim of one of those, the game-ending catch last night. He is 1 for 2 in this ball game with a stolen base. Pruitt with his first pitch of the 6th. That's a fastball for a strike. The wind has changed directions, blowing now more towards the right field corner. It's been over 10 miles per hour, upwards to 13 and 14 throughout the day. It's also had times where it wasn't blowing at all. And Williams goes right through the breaking ball, and that's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And Pruitt delivers and misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little bit sunnier on the field at the moment as the cloud cover is dissipated just directly above the infield. There's still some dark clouds lingering around perimeter. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes Pruitt's 2-2 delivery. Got him swinging. Off-speed breaking ball for the strikeout. The first one from Luke Pruitt. And that brings up Larson Lott, who is nothing out of 2. A fly ball to right and a ground ball to second. In the 7th, Toccoa will have McCarron, Alexander, and Eckert due up. Eckert re-entered after Cole Smith pinch hit for him in the 5th. Went right back to third base. And that one is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. And Lott back in the batter's box. And there's a fastball at the knees to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Pruitt from the stretch. High fly ball down the right field line. Powell giving chase. That's a fair ball. Lott will go for 2. He will pull up there with a double. Powell was playing more toward the gap, and Lott placed it about 2 feet inside the line. TBC has a man at second with 1 out. Lott's the DH, so no courtesy runner. They could do a pinch runner if they choose to. That ball just inside the line, not by much, but clearly a fair ball. Jacob Brigman will have a chance to tie the score. Brigman has a couple of ground outs, 1 to short, 1 to second. Lott, decent speed at second base. Brigman swings and fouls it back, and I can tell by the look on his face he wanted to hit that one a long way. That was a pitch he thought he could have handled. 1 strike. Tying run at second base. Dumas holding him close. A lot of room on the ground to the right side. Dumas is good at getting back into his position, however. And a breaking ball low and outside. He's done that a couple of times today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Powell playing well off the line in right center. Almost even with the second to third base line. Fastball misses outside. Nate Naguris, Logan McGann, the next 2 scheduled hitters for TBC. It's 2-1. 1 out with the runner at second. Tatum standing up in the bullpen but not throwing. The 2-1 to Brigman. He chases one out of the zone, and that's strike 2. We saw Hunter Tatum last night. 1 1/3 scoreless, just 1 hit allowed. And Pruitt ready, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brigman. Here's the pitch. High pop up into the bleachers. And Brigman will get another swing. Count is 2-2. Arson Lott leading off second base after his bloop double down the right field line. Powell is now pulled a little bit closer to the line, but still a lot of room should the ball get past McCarron. Trying to go that way. He'll advance the runner to third. Will throw to first in time. Will Miller, a scoop and a throw. Lott at third. Now there are 2 out. Nate Naguris has a chance to drive in the run. Will Miller, very good at charging in and getting off the throw. Only 1 time has he not been able to do it successfully. That came 1 inning ago when Jacob Burke beat the throw. Nate Naguris, fly ball to left, and a line drive caught by Compton going back last time up. Timeout. This is not Coach Taylor, so unlikely to have a pitching change. So Naguris will wait just a little while longer, try to get that tying run home. Cardinals lead the Twins 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. Baltimore 8, Toronto 5, top of the 6th. north of the border. Nationals 2-0 over the Phillies in the nation's capital, bottom of the second. Pirates 1-0 over Miami in the second, last check anyway. Yankees beat the Brewers 20-9. I know they hit 8 home runs. Not sure if they hit any more afterward. Aaron Judge had 3 of them, one of them a grand slam. If I saw it right, the first 3 batters of the game for the Yankees all went deep. All right, we're ready to resume. Nate Naguris trying to tie the ball game. Larson Lott at third, but there are 2 outs. And a pitch. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, the count on Naguris. High fly ball down the right field line. It's in foul territory and will drop. Boy, check out Ryan McCarron. He ran a long way to try to make that catch. He was really just a couple more steps away from it. So McCarron will catch his breath as he heads back to first base position. And Larson Lott will head back to third. 1 ball, 1 strike on Naguris. Well, if you're wondering about a wild pitch or pass ball, not likely with Isaac Ravitas behind the plate. He's been fantastic in that regard. 1-1. And a pitch. Strike 2, fastball right down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If he reaches, McGann would be next. If he doesn't, Ryan McCarron will lead off the 7th for Toccoa Falls. McCarron will do that anyway. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball headed up the middle, a base hit. The run will score. Naguris ties it up with an RBI single. Will Miller went down, came up gingerly, but he's going to be all right. Nate Naguris, a clutch 2-strike hit right up the middle. A 1-out double comes around, and TBC has tied it up at 2. Noah Durden now off the hook. Logan McGann at the plate. He singled and scored in the second. Stole his 5th base of the day during that trip around the bases. Nate Naguris at first. And he was running on the pitch, and it is fouled off. Naguris 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts this season. Eagles have some speed. As a team, coming into this game, they were 51 out of 65. One strike to Logan McGann to throw to first, and it hits Naguris. And a good thing for Pruitt because that ball was well in the dirt, but a short hop to Naguris right on the hip. No balls and a strike to McGann. 1 for 2 is McGann, and he swings through this one, and that's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run is in. We're tied at 2. Runners going. And a chopper foul. And McGann, just in case that ball had thoughts of turning left back toward the field of play, started to bust it down the line. McCarron, Alexander, and Eckert are the scheduled hitters for Toccoa Falls in the 7th. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Naguris takes off again. He does. Ground ball towards short, and it gets through. Naguris will motor on into third. That will be an error on the shortstop. Trinity Baptist now has runners at the corners. There are 2 outs. And Dominic Gattinella is the next scheduled hitter. Time called by the catcher, Revitas. He wants to talk to the pitcher and the infield. One of the few mistakes that Toccoa Falls has made. Miller picked up the glove a little too soon. Now a chance to drive home the go-ahead run for Dominic Gattinella. Been a terrific series. 1-0 with a fantastic pitcher's duel last night. Timely hitting early in game 1 today. TBC won it 7-4. More good pitching, and all 3 games featuring spectacular defense from both teams. Toccoa Falls, though, a couple of miscues in the big 5-run second inning earlier today. And now they're hoping that one doesn't come back to hurt them. We're ready. Dominic Gattinella, RBI double and a ground out. Throw to first, might have had him, but the ball got away from McCarron. Logan McGann stole the base earlier today. He is 11 out of 12. Make that 12 out of 13, counting the one in this game. 5 steals total in the 2 games today. Not fazed by the throw to first. He's going. The pitch is upstairs. They're going to let McGann take second base. His 6th steal of the day. Now a base hit. Could score 2. Gattinella with 13 ribbies on the season, counting the one earlier in this game. And the pitch. And a strike. Nice breaking ball. Gattinella looking for the heater. Counts 1-1 to the TBC Eagles right fielder. Gattinella digs in and takes ball 2 in the dirt. Another good block by Revitas. Gattinella, a sophomore from Nature Coast High School in Brooksville, Florida. Chance to drive home 2 and put his team out in front. Potential go-ahead runs, both in scoring position. 2 balls and a strike. That's ball 3. Outside, Jacob Burke is on deck. He is 1 for 2. Eagles twice trailed by a run, and each time come back to tie it. Naguris at third. McGann at second. 3 balls and a strike to Gattinella. Curveball for strike 2. And in this at-bat, Pruitt has missed with the fastballs 3 times and gotten 2 curveballs in the zone. So if I were him, knowing first base is still open, I'd go with the bender once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a pitch. Fastball, got him swinging. Well, I didn't get it right that time. Pruitt gets one by Gattinella to strand 2. However, Trinity Baptist scores a tying run on the base hit from Nate Naguris. They leave 2. After 6, we're tied 2-2. We go to the 7th. It's a 2-2 tie, and Drew Billings, 1 2/3 innings so far, and he's still out there on the mound. Actually, credit for 2 complete innings, because remember, he came in with nobody out. So 2 innings. And now he's going to face Ryan McCarron to start things off in the 7th. And the first pitch is fouled off. Billings is not allowed a hit, but he's allowed a couple of free base runners. 2 strikeouts. Both of those came in the 6th when he had a 1-2-3 frame. And this one is up and in, and the count is evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. It is McCarron, Alexander, and Eckert. Miller, Ravitas, and Powell would follow should the inning get that far. Big swing and a foul ball by McCarron. There are a number of relievers walking around the Toccoa Falls bullpen. Hunter Tatum has thrown the most, and he's back on one of the mounds starting to soft toss. There's also a right-hander who just started throwing. That right-hander is Connor Merritt, if I'm seeing it correctly, but no, he would be in left unless they made, well, they're batting, so he's not in left now. There's a line drive and a base hit for Ryan McCarron, the first hit that Drew Billings has allowed. That's the potential go-ahead run aboard at first. We're in the 7th. And Braden Alexander, who was a starting pitcher, stayed in the lineup after he came out because he was also the designated hitter. And now Coach Taylor calls time, wants to talk to his hitter and his base runner. So it is Connor Merritt in the bullpen along with Hunter Tatum. Luke Pruitt has been very good. 3 innings, 1 earned run. Only a couple of hits. Now, if he's done, then he'll get no decision. Now, if Toccoa takes the lead here in the 7th, Pruitt would then be in line for the win. We are ready to resume. McCarron, solid line drive single to start the frame. Alexander now at the plate. Last time up, hit by a pitch. He was the first man that Billings faced. Nothing out of 2 officially. Fielder's choice and a ground out. And Billings delivers. Bunt shown. It's dropped down. Billings will go to first. They'll get the out, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position. Sacrifice bunt. 1-3 on the putout. 1 away. And third baseman Nick Eckert at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Cole Smith batted for him in the 5th. Eckert then re-entered immediately in the field. Runner at second. 1 man out. Billings will check McCarron back to the bag and deliver and miss. No, it's called a strike on the inside corner. Sacrifice bunt by Braden Alexander. First time this season he has done that. Toccoa Falls now has 18 sacrifice bunts. There's a ground ball to the right side. Reeves has only 1 play. They'll get the out at first. McCarron advances to third. Now there are 2 outs. It will be up to Ryan Onks to block anything in the dirt. Will Miller at the plate, 1 for 2. The Eagles will send up Burke, Reeves, and Onks in the bottom of the 7th. 9, 1, and 2. Miller got a base hit in the 4th. A base hit here would put his team back out in front. Both teams scored 1 in the 2nd. Toccoa got 1 in the 5th. Trinity Baptist 1 in the 6th. Strike called. Drew Billings has a save today. Now he's trying to get his team a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th and pick up a win for both himself and his team. 1 strike to Miller. 2 strikes to Miller. Will Miller in a clutch situation right now. He has driven in 11. Billings, a long look, shakes one off, likes the second one. No balls, 2 strikes. Over the top and pushed it upstairs. Ongst had to come up out of the crouch to make the catch and keep McCarron at third. Merritt in the bullpen along with Hunter Tatum. Will it be one of those gentlemen or will it be Luke Pruitt in the bottom of the 7th? A ball and 2 strikes. Billings from the side, changeup, misses outside. That's ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Tatum, a pretty hard-throwing left-hander. Merritt, a submarine right-hander. Billings, a submarine right-hander who just got the strikeout to send his team to bat in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk it off. Trinity Baptist needs 1 run to win it. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles. TBC Eagles enjoying a little Sweet Caroline as they watch Connor Merritt warm up for the bottom of the 7th. Connor Merritt moves in from left field. The sophomore from Jenkinsburg, Georgia. Going into left field, we saw him as a courtesy runner. Hayes Lightsey will take over. Connor Merritt getting ready to pitch, a very clutch situation. His 6th appearance, no wins, 1 loss. He has pitched 4 innings. He's allowed 5 hits, 10 earned runs. He has walked 6 and struck out 2. Jacob Burke, Seth Reeves, and Ryan Ongst will lead things off. Darren Goki has been sent to the plate to bat for Jacob Burke. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Hughes Lightsey is not in the batting order because Alexander is still the DH. Darren Goki will try to start a rally here for the Eagles to win it. He's hitting .282, and he takes the first pitch outside. Goki batting for Jacob Burke. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch pulled hard and drilled foul, had home run distance, but like we saw Ryan McCarron do, that ball was well foul. Goki has driven in 6. He has walked 5 times. A ball and a strike. And this one is fouled off. Count 1-2 on Darren Goki. Pitches, plays first base, and now pinch hitting to lead off the bottom of the seventh in a score of 2-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Merritt from the stretch delivers and misses down low. One thing that's gotten Merritt in trouble is the walks. He's also given up some base hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield back. High drive, well hit to center, but Compton's going to camp under it. Goki got it off the end of the bat. It looked and sounded good, but ended up mid-range for Compton. 1 out, top of the order, Seth Reeves at the plate. Reeves has a walk, a single, and a fielder's choice. So he is 1 for 2. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the seventh, tied at 2, and a pop up to the left side. Foul territory, to catch made, and that is out number 2. Nick Eckert ranging over into foul territory. So 2 down for Ryan Ongst. If we go to the 8th, Revitas, Powell, and Compton will bat for Toccoa Falls, barring any changes. Billings, 3 innings, just 1 hit allowed. 3 strikeouts. And Ongst takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, wind blowing toward the right field corner. And Merrill delivers, and that one is inside. 1-1. Connor Merritt delivering to Ryan Ongst, and the pitch. Line drive, base hit in the left. Potential winning run aboard, but there are 2 outs. Now Ongst is the catcher. Graham Gorman has done the courtesy running for both catchers today. And he's going to do it again. Ongst with the base hit. Gavin Williams at the plate. Williams this time has the wind more in his favor than he did last night. Wind is blowing across from the left field corner toward the right. Gorman at first. 2 outs. Merrill from the stretch delivers, runners going. It's a strike. The throw down is in time. They got him. Graham Gorman caught trying to steal second base, and that retires the side. Well, Williams will lead off the bottom of the 8th, but first, Drew Billings will try to keep it a 2-2 tie. Drew Billings, 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. He will face Revitas, Powell, and Compton, barring any changes. We're in extra innings. Game 2 of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Each team has won a game in the series. Toccoa Falls, the 9-inning, 1-0 win last night. TBC 7-4 in Game 1 this afternoon. And Drew Billings looking at his longest outing as a TBC Eagle as he's about to start his 4th inning of work. He is 2-1 on the season. Can't get a save today, but he could either win it or lose it. Connor Merritt gave up the 2-out single, but then Graham Gorman caught stealing to end the bottom of the 7th. Isaac Revitas at the plate. A bases loaded hit by a pitch for an RBI. Last time up, that put Toccoa ahead at the moment, 2-1. It's now 2-2 in the 8th. First pitch is a strike from Drew Billings. And number 2 on the way, and it's in the zone. That's pitch number 41 for Billings. Pitched 2 innings to get the save earlier today. Infield back at all 4 positions. Jacob Burke has re-entered in center field. Goki pinch hit for him. That one missed inside. Goki hit the ball pretty well, but flew out to Compton in center. The 1-2. Just off that outside corner. So the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind still blowing across from the left field corner to the right field corner. Billings ready with the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Number 4 for Drew Billings. 1 out. Peyton Powell at the plate. He has walked, put down a sac bunt, and grounded to short. 1 out. Base is empty. Trinity will have Williams, Lott, and Brigman due up in the bottom of the 8th. Peyton Powell, number 9 hitter in the batting order. And the first pitch, swing and a foul ball. Looked like he started to swing, then tried to spin out of the way of the pitch, and he made some contact. No balls and a strike. Billings a long look in at the left-handed hitter. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. It's 0-2 to Peyton Powell. And Billings again takes his time. He's been terrific in both appearances today. And the 2-strike pitch fouled off into the TBC bullpen. Count remains 0-2. We've seen some great pitching and defense in this series. We've seen a little bit of timely hitting as well. Talking both teams all 3 games. 0-2. Billings from the stretch, underneath, and misses outside. And Ryan Onks nods his head in agreement, says, yes, it did miss the plate. Counts 1-2. Billings again will deliver. High fly ball pulled foul. And that one is way out of play. Had home run distance, but never fair. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Drew Billings pitching to Peyton Powell. And Powell a junior from Hartwell, Georgia, Hart County High School. He lines one at Naguris, leap catches. Nate Naguris going way up the ladder. Unbelievable catch for out number 2. That ball was drilled. I don't even know how to describe that one. Naguris, the ball was hit so hard, Naguris somehow made the catch. Trying to come up with some clever basketball analogy, and I just can't do it. That was how good the play was. Charlie Compton at the plate, 2 outs, bases empty. Hits this one right at Seth Reeves. Great defense by Trinity Baptist, and they have another opportunity to walk it off. They just need one in the bottom of the 8th. Nate Naguris with the play of the game, followed by a line drive right at Seth Reeves. And Charlie Compton has hit a couple of those right at TBC defenders, one to the pitcher and one to Reeves. Gavin Williams, Larson Lott, Jacob Brigman have a chance to walk it off. Trinity needs just 1 run facing Connor Merritt. Gave up a hit in the 7th, but that caught stealing ended that inning. Hit by Ryan Ongst. And now Gavin Williams, who was at the plate at that throw down to second base, will lead things off. Williams has singled, stolen a base, flied to right, and struck out. 1 run will win it for Trinity Baptist. Connor Merritt, the left fielder turned pitcher, gets ready for his first pitch of the inning. And it's a breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Naguris, I couldn't come up with a basketball thing, but how about this? He just won the high jump award of the season. There you go. And Merritt gets a strike on the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Merritt delivers. Popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Williams in the box. Good power. Wind blowing out toward the right field corner. But he's down 1-2 and takes ball 2 low. Two balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Williams. Long look in by Merritt. Now the pitch. Got him swinging. Big strikeout to start the inning to keep that leadoff hitter off the base paths. And the throw around got away and rolled into right field. Brings up Larson Lott, who doubled and scored the tying run in the 6th inning. Nate Naguris drove him in with a base hit into center. 1 out, bases empty. Should we go to the 9th, Toccoa Falls will have Merritt leading off, followed by Dumas and McCarron. First pitch to Lott is fouled back. No balls and a strike. Lott followed by Jacob Brigman and Nate Naguris. Ready? And the pitch is a strike called. Okay, we had some audio difficulty. Connor Merritt flew out to right. Probably saw that. And then a called strike 3 to Aiden Dumas. No balls, 2 strikes to Ryan McCarron. Nate Naguris, the pitcher, misses outside. Took over for Drew Billings, who went 4 innings. Scoreless ball, just 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. Thank you to Ms. Nicole for letting us know about the audio problem, so we're able to take care of that pretty easily. And Naguris now 1-2 with 2 outs. And the pitch, fastball, hit hard at Reeves. He knocks it down, but he will not have a play. Ill-advised throw, fortunately on target. McCarron had beat it out. That ball was blistered. I'm going to write down a base hit. We'll see what they say elsewhere. That was one of the hardest hit balls we've had all day. It does go down as a single. Making his first at-bat of the game, Hayes Lightsey. He's in defensively as a left fielder, taking over the number 5 hole for Braden Alexander. He has a runner at first with 2 outs. One ball, no strikes. Nate Naguris on the hill for TBC. And a pitch on the way. A curveball for the strike. Naguris has really pounded the strike zone with the off-speed breaking ball. He would lead off the bottom of the 9th, followed by McGann and Gattinella. Count is 1-1. Karen, a modest lead off first. And the pitch is low and inside. If Lightsey gets on, Nick Eckert would bat next. He is in the on-deck circle. The count is 1-1. Lightsey at the plate. And the pitch is low. That's ball 2. Hayes Lightsey on the season. No official at-bat. 3 balls and a strike. McCarron leads off first. And a 3-1. Strike 2 called. A little bit late call. And the count is full. Jacob Brigman will back up. McCarron will get a head start. It's 3-2. Hayes Lightsey looking for his first hit of the season. And McCarron will get a few extra steps with Brigman backing up. Brigman now walking in from behind. There goes the runner. Ball 4 is inside. There are 2 on with 2 out. Eighth walk issued by TBC pitching. And it brings up Eckert. Single, a stolen base, and a run scored. 1 for 4. That base hit and run came in the second. McCarron at second. Lightsey at first. Naguris from the stretch. First pitch swung on and fouled off. 0-1. And Naguris trying to end this inning and put himself in the batter's box. He is the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 9th. 1 strike the count. Reeves holding McCarron close at second. Curveball lifted into right field. Gattinella coming in and make the catch to retire the side. Once again, the Eagles need just 1 run to win it. Bottom of the 9th coming up, tied at 2. Bottom of the ninth, Nate Naguris will lead it off, followed by Logan McGann and Dominic Gattinella. Should they reach, Burke in the top of the order. Connor Merritt ready for his third inning of work. 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Well, Naguris got the first 2 men and gave up a single and a walk before the line drive caught in right. And now he will lead off the bottom of the ninth. Naguris drove in the run that tied the score in the 6th inning. He had a base hit up the middle. That brought home Graham Gorman, who at the time was the runner. Or check that, Larson Lott. Graham Gorman is now batting in Lott's number 4 spot. And Nate Naguris trying to get on base. Merritt has done well keeping the leadoff man off the base paths. There's a slow roller, but it hit his foot, so it's a foul ball. Hunter Tatum warming up once again for Toccoa Falls, just in case Merritt needs a little help. We also have a couple of left-handed hitters a little bit later in the inning if they get to the plate. No balls and a strike to Naguris. Takes a moment to regroup after the foul ball off his foot. And Merritt delivers and misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Each team scored in the 2nd. Toccoa got 1 in the 5th. Trinity Baptist 1 in the 6th. That's been it. 2-7-0 for TBC, 2-5-1 for TFC. And a changeup swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Connor Merritt on the mound for Toccoa Falls. Here comes a 1-2 to Naguris. Line drive into right field, slicing away. That's going to get down. Naguris will round first. He's going to go for 2. They got a chance to get him. To throw is in time. Perfect throw from Peyton Powell. The relay to Dumas, and he got Naguris. Well, it goes down as a single, but then thrown out 9-4-6, trying to stretch. There is 1 out. Well, technically, the leadoff hitter gets aboard, but he's erased, and Logan McGann at the plate. It was a perfect throw, and then the relay was right on target as well. So more great defense. First pitch in there to Logan McGann. He has stolen 2 bases and scored a run. 1 for 3. And the pitch. That one's hit hard into left field, a base hit. McGann will stop right there. 2 singles to start the inning, but another great defensive play. Well, McGann represents the winning run. He's at first. Let's see if he decides to take off again. He has stolen 2 in this game, 6 in the doubleheader. Dominic Gattinella at the plate. An RBI double in the 2nd. 1 for 3. Down on strikes as last time. Hunter Tatum still tossing in the bullpen. Throw to first. Coach Taylor and Connor Merritt both know that Logan McGann has stolen 6 bases today. Gattinella at the plate. No count yet. And not going. And a strike at the knees. Leadoff single, but thrown out, trying to stretch it into 2. Then a base hit into left. And now Gattinella in the batter's box. If we go to the 10th, Miller, Ravitas, and Powell, the scheduled hitters. No balls and a strike. Gattinella trying to at least advance. There goes the runner. It's a pitch out. The throw down is high, and McGann is in there with his third steal of the game. Time called as McGann asks for a little help, and he's up. He'll get a chance to brush himself off. Winning run now in scoring position. Gattinella and Burke will have the first opportunities to bring them in. With McGann's speed, a base hit into the outfield, you can be sure that Coach Broden will send him unless there's absolutely no chance. 1-1 to Gattinella. Misses outside, a slide step by Merritt. May have been thinking that McGann might try to take third. First time he's used a side step today. 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 on the way. High fly ball to center, but Compton is right there. It'll be an easy catch. McGann tagging. He will not go. Compton with a great throw to third. 2 outs. That's not the man you want to hit it to if you want to drive home the winning run. Jacob Burke will have an opportunity. If he reaches without scoring the run, Seth Reeves would bat next. Jacob Burke trying to win it here for Trinity Baptist. Both teams again with great defensive plays the entire series. And the first pitch is a strike. No balls and a strike. That throw out at second base now looming very large. And a pitch. High fly ball, shallow right. Powell will put it away, and we're going to the 10th. Will Miller, Isaac Ravitas, and Peyton Powell, the scheduled hitters. We'll be right back for the 10th inning on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Well, we couldn't have asked for much more excitement than we've got from these two South Region rivals last night and today. We're now starting inning number 17 of today's doubleheader. Trinity Baptist won 7-4 earlier. Toccoa Falls won the 9-inning game last night, 1-0, and now we're going to the 10th in the series finale. Nate Naguris, scoreless 9th inning, his only inning so far. He did allow a hit and a walk, but was able to escape. He will face Will Miller, Isaac Ravitas, and Peyton Powell, unless Coach Taylor decides to make some changes. And he's talking to the home plate umpire, so very likely he will. Will Miller is a scheduled leadoff man, 1 for 4. Phillies lead the Nationals 10-3 in the 8th. Pirates and Marlins tied at 3 in the 8th. Cleveland trails Kansas City 4-3 in the 8th. Rockies lead Tampa Bay 2-1 in the 8th. Throw down to second. Here comes the plate umpire over to the dugout, and we're about to find out the changes. Hope I can hear him. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Will Miller. And that batter wears number 45. That is Austin Ryder, batting for Will Miller. In the 10th, Ryder is 1 for 4 on the season. He chops one towards second, and he is aboard. Again, a tough play. Would have been close at first. That should be an infield single. Isaac Ravitas, the scheduled hitter, and that is the man in the batter's box. Ryder now 2 for 5 on the season. He has scored 1 run. Isaac Ravitas at the plate. Squares around a bunt, pops it up. Gorman couldn't quite get there in time, but it lands foul. Balls and a strike. Austin Ryder, the infield single. He's at first. 0-1. And Naguris delivers. Strike 2 called on the pullback. No balls, 2 strikes. Ryder leading off first, representing the go-ahead run. Nobody out, top of the 10th. Forgot to change the inning, and there we go. They got him picked off. The throw to McGann, back to first, to Brigman. And McGann will apply the tag. That'll go 1-6-3-6 on the pickoff. And that erases a leadoff single. Now, 1 out, bases empty. No balls, 2 strikes to Isaac Ravitas. And a pitch. High pop foul is out of play. Well, both teams in the top of the 10th and bottom of the 9th got a leadoff single and then a runner thrown out. That same guy thrown out at second base. No balls, 2 strikes. Naguris works from the stretch. Fastball just a little bit inside. Crowd wanted the call. Ryan Onks, no argument. It's 1-2. Nate Naguris trying to send this game to the bottom of the 10th, still tied, and the pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. After Ravitas is Powell, then Compton. Might be a good idea to get these 2 men out and then score 1 in the 10th. Nobody throwing in the Toccoa bullpen. And the pitch. That's ball 3. There is someone walking around with a glove on his hand, but not throwing at the moment. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Connor Merritt's done a really good job. Here's the payoff pitch. High pop foul. This one is out of play. Merritt has allowed just 2 hits in 3 innings. And we'll see if he comes out for the bottom of the 10th. Payoff pitch on the way. 1 out, bases empty. Naguris choosing to wind up now. The 3-2. High fly ball, center field. Jacob Burke a few steps back. He's under it, and there are 2 away. Brings up Peyton Powell. Nothing out of 2. He's also walked and put down a sac bunt. It looks like Powell may be coming back. Nope, that is Powell in the batter's box. It was someone else. So Powell trying to keep it alive. Compton and Merritt are the next 2 hitters. And Naguris with the pitch, and that one is in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Gurris from the stretch now with the bases empty. And misses for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Burke, Reeves, and Ongst due up for TBC in the bottom half. 2 balls, no strikes. And Gurris delivers. That's ball 3. It's 3-0. Right now, wind not blowing. And Gurris will wind up. Ball 4, no, strike called. Powell was backing out of the box. I thought he was going towards first. It's 3-1. Gurris trying to work from behind. Now it's 3-2. Good sinking fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 outs. Top of the 10th, tied 2-2. And Gurris delivers and misses low. Go ahead, run aboard. There are 2 outs, and Charlie Compton is at the plate. He's hit the ball hard 4 of the 5 times up. Has 1 hit and a couple of line drives caught. Compton at the plate. Gurris from the stretch. First pitch, strike 1. Powell aboard at first. 7 out of 9 in stolen base attempts. But with your big run producer in the box, we'll see if they want to take the chance. A bluff and a strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes to Compton. Powell a little bit bigger lead. Gurris delivers. Got him swinging. That ends the top of the 10th. Another time for TBC, an opportunity to walk it off. We're tied 2-2. Bottom of the 10th, Trinity Baptist will send Reeves, Ongst, and Williams to the plate. Top of the order, due up, Seth Reeves. He is 1 for 3. He's also drawn a walk. Shortstop Will Miller has re-entered back in the number 7 hole. Austin Ryder pinch hit, got the base hit, and then was caught between first and second. Reeves takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Nothing in 1. Connor Merritt back on the bump. Line drive, 1 hopper right at Miller. The throw to first in time, and that's why he re-entered. Trinity Baptist has hit the ball hard the entire series, but Toccoa Falls has made the plays. 1 out for Ryan Ongst. Now, with Gorman in the lineup, if Onks reaches, if they choose a courtesy runner, it will have to be someone new. Anthony Fela does a lot of courtesy running as well. 1 strike to Onks. Big swing, but he fouls it off. If we go to the 11th, Merritt, Dumas, and McCarron are the hitters. One strike to Onks. Looper down the left field line, but foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Gavin Williams on deck. Onks trying to get aboard, representing the winning run. And the pitch. Strike 3, swinging. There are 2 down. Here's Gavin Williams. Hey, Connor Merritt has done a terrific job. In his 3 2/3, the leadoff man has reached only once, but he was thrown out trying to stretch into a double. And it's been huge for him to keep that first batter off the base paths. Gavin Williams at the plate. And he takes a strike, an off-speed pitch. No balls and a strike. And a pitch to Williams. Outside to even the count. Graham Gorman is the on-deck hitter. Williams will have to reach. The 1-1. He was going for the win with that swing and came up empty. A ball and 2 strikes. Connor Merritt delivers. And that one just missed the inside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And Merritt from the stretch, got him swinging. Another 1-2-3 frame for Connor Merritt, his second in 4 innings. We will hit the 11th inning, tied at 2. Nate Naguris for his 3rd inning of work. He will face Connor Merritt, Aiden Dumas, and Ryan McCarron. Anybody reaches. Hayes Lightsey would follow, unless Braden Alexander were to re-enter. We're tied at 2. It's been a long time since either team has scored. Trinity Baptist tied it up in the 6th. In the bottom of the 11th, TBC will send Gorman, Brigman, and Naguris to the plate, barring any changes. And Naguris finishes the throw down to second. And we are ready for the 11th inning. The winner takes the series 2-1. And Naguris getting ready for his first pitch. 3 innings so far. And he's ready to start his 4th. Breaking ball misses for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Check that, 2 innings for Naguris. There's a slow dribbler right back to the box. Naguris will toss it underhand to Brigman for the out. So 1 out. Nate Naguris has not allowed a hit, but he has walked 2 men. Aiden Dumas at the plate. One out, bases empty. And Naguris ready with the pitch. That one's ripped into center field. And that's a 1-out single for Dumas. So Naguris issues his first hit of the game. And he will now face Ryan McCarron. Runner at first, 1 out. And McCarron stepping in. What a ball game we've had here today. First pitch, drilled foul to the right side. And McCarron is 2 for 3. He's also walked twice. Counts 0-1 to McCarron. One strike pitch, instead to throw over to first. Now, right now, Lightsey does have a bat in the on-deck circle. Nothing in 1 to McCarron. And a pitch into dirt. Ball gets away from Angst. And Dumas will take second base. That is a wild pitch. And now the go-ahead run at second base. TBC will have Gorman, Brigman, and Naguris due up in the bottom of the 11th. One and 1 to McCarron. Now a chance to put his team out in front. Toccoa's never trailed in this game. This one is outside. They led 1-0, then 2-1. 2-2 in the 11th. Balls and a strike and a pitch. It's at the knees for strike 2. Big pitch from Naguris. McCarron digs in. Here comes a 2-2. Fastball lifted foul to the left side. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Naguris takes his time. Now ready. McCarron digs back in. Another big pitch, 2-2. Check the runner. Fastball low for ball 3. A walk would set up a potential double play situation. Hayes Lightsey has his bat in the on-deck circle. The count is 3-2. And a pitch. Ball 4, 2 men aboard, 1 out. McCarron draws the walk, the third issued by Naguris. And it will be Lightsey taking the at-bat. Timeout, Coach Broden out to the mound. Lightsey, no official at-bat, drew a walk in his first appearance in the bottom of the ninth. The inning started with a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Dumas then singled to center, advanced to second on a wild pitch, and Ryan McCarron just walked. Coach Broden talking to the defense. Double play situation. Lightsey, though, runs well. He does a lot of pitch running and courtesy running. And now Trinity heading back to their positions. A few more notes taken out there on the mound. Phillies lead the Nationals now 11-3. Marlins and Pirates are tied at 3 1/9 in Miami. Reds have defeated the Giants 3-2, and Baltimore beat Toronto 9-5. Naguris now ready to pitch to Hayes Lightsey. No official at-bats on the season. And the pitch is in the dirt. Runners are going to take off. The throw to third, not in time. There's a pinch runner for Ryan McCarron, who's now at third base. Or that, my mistake, that's Dumas. McCarron is at first. He did not go. It's been a long day. Go ahead run 90 feet away. The infield has to come in. They're going to let McCarron take second base, and he will. And like I said earlier, they're going to give it to you, take it. A ball and a strike. One out. Go ahead, run at third, an insurance run at second. Naguris will go from the stretch and a pitch. Bunt being shown, but he goes right through it. That is strike two. Lightsey trying to squeeze home the run. One ball, two strikes. Big batter for Naguris right here. Here's the 1-2. There's a ground ball to second. Reeves will look the runner back, throw to first. They get the out without a run scoring, and now they can back up into normal depth. 2 down. Lightsey hit the ball right to Seth Reeves. And Nick Eckert will have an opportunity with 2 men in scoring position. Nick Eckert with runners at second and third. He is 1 for 4 with a run scored. Naguris will now wind up. 2 outs and a pitch. Strike one on the breaking ball. Gorman, Brigman, and Naguris due up for Trinity. And Naguris trying to end the threat right now. Misses inside. Will Miller is the next scheduled hitter, and he's in the on-deck circle. A ball and a strike and a pitch. That one is chopped foul off the foot of the batter. So it's 1-2. And Naguris trying to keep those runners where they are right now at second and third. He will wind up 1-2. Strike 3. Ongst will have to throw to first. They got him. Strikeout 2-3 on the putout as the ball hit the ground. Well, Naguris gives up a walk a single and a wild pitch, but ends the inning without a run scoring. And once again, Trinity Baptist has a chance in the bottom of the 11th. It is still Connor Merritt, who has pitched 4 scoreless innings. He has allowed 3 hits. He hasn't walked anyone, and he has struck out 3. It is Graham Gorman leading off, followed by Jacob Brigman and Nate Naguris. And if necessary, McGann and Gattinella. Graham Gorman at the plate for TBC. This will be his first time at the dish. Facing Connor Merritt, and the first pitch misses outside. Gorman hitting .195, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. He has drawn 7 walks. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch is in there for strike 1. Counts even at 1-1. Connor Merritt from the stretch gets strike 2. Looked like he dropped down a little more from the side this time than he usually does. He is a side armor. 1 ball, 1 strike, or check that, 2 strikes. And a foul tip is held on for strike 3. And again, Merritt keeps the leadoff hitter off base. Jacob Brigman steps in. Brigman is 0 for 4. And Brigman digs in. Merritt ready with the pitch. There's a ground ball towards short. Miller will field it. He'll bobble it, and Brigman will reach. That will be an error on the shortstop, and Jacob Brigman represents the winning run. And now Trinity Baptist looking to take advantage. Hunter Tatum still throwing in the bullpen. Time called. Coach Broden is going to call Brigman over. And we're going to have a pinch runner. Blake Bandy will take over for Jacob Brigman. So Bandy will pinch run. Representing the winning run, bottom of the 11th. Nate Naguris, the hitter. He is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Sacrifice fly in a 6 tied the score. Blake Bandy has tried 1 stolen base attempt. He did not make it. A throw to first and a runner back. No count yet. Nate Naguris at the plate. Well, and errors open the door, and Merritt trying to shut it, and he gets the strike to Naguris. If we go to the 12th, Miller will lead off, followed by Revitas and Powell. Bandy with the lead off first. 1 strike to Nate Naguris. And that one's outside. A ball and a strike. Blake Bandy, the runner at first. A lot of room on the ground to the right side. They're playing Naguris to pull. Throw to first. Low. Bandy back in ahead of the tag. Counts 1-1. Right-hander has joined Tatum in the bullpen. He hasn't started throwing yet. That one misses upstairs. Two balls and a strike to Naguris. Bandy pinch running for Brigman. Here comes a 2-1. High pop foul, out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. At first. And Naguris digs back in. Connor Merritt with the pitch that misses outside. It's 3-2. Will Bandy take off? Three balls, 2 strikes. Logan McGann, the next hitter, barring a double play. And here comes a payoff pitch. Runners going. Line drive, right field, a base hit. Bandy around second. He will come on into third. Here comes a throw. It's good, but not in time. Eagles have the winning run at third with 1 out. Nate Naguris with the base hit. Advancing Blake Bandy to third. Logan McGann at the plate. Infield in. Outfield as close as their arms will allow. And time called, an infield conference at the mound. McGann at the plate. Gattinella on deck in case McGann does not get that winning run home. McGann is 2 for 4 with a run scored. Conference on the mound. It's first and third. The question is, now, will Nate Naguris try to take off to stay out of a double play? And if he does, how will Toccoa's defense handle it? Will they let him take the bag, or will they try something fancy to maybe pick off a runner? Will TBC try to steal this run? They are going to walk Logan McGann to load the bases. An intentional walk. That sets up a force out at home. And Dominic Gattinella at the plate. If he can get one into the outfield, that should do it. The infield playing back for double play up the middle. In tight to come home at the corners. Dominic Gattinella 1 for 4 with an RBI. And a pitch. Misses outside. Well, McGann has had a great day, and Coach Taylor decided he'd rather face Dominic Gattinella. Nowhere to put him. 1 ball, no strikes. Gattinella showed bunt, and now he's ahead 2-0. Gattinella, don't want to be too eager. Make sure you're swinging at a strike. 2 balls, no strikes. Bandy at third. He's the winning run. Bases are loaded and a pitch. Ball 3, 1 more, and it's over. Now Gattinella has to be absolutely certain to swing at this one. Middle infielder's back, corner infielder's in. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's a strike on the outer half. Three balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. High pop-up near the dugout. McCarron might have some room. Tries to reach over, but it's out of his reach. Count is now 3-2. This is a huge pitch for Connor Merritt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bases are loaded. Umpire calls time. Pointing over to the Eagles dugout, making sure everybody's behind the screen. Here's a payoff pitch. Again, very, very big pitch for Connor Merritt. And a foul ball. Gattinella just got right off the end of the bat. And Merritt will throw another one. Three balls, 2 strikes. Another payoff pitch. High fly ball, but it's slicing out of play. Keep that fair, that could end the ball game, even if it's caught. Bandy, good speed at third, was tagging up. That's one that, even if it's foul and in play, you want to let that drop. Counts 3-2. Long look in by Merritt. Now ready. Line drive to short. 1 hopper. They'll throw to second. Throw to first. He is safe. Run scores. Eagles win. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Dominic Gattinella. They get the out at second. But Gattinella busts it down the line to beat the relay throw. 6-4 on the putout at second. The run is unearned, but it is the game winner. Dominic Gattinella drives in 2 in the game, including the game winner. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 3, Toccoa Falls College 2. The winning pitcher, Nate Naguris, he's now 1-0 on the season, and Connor Merritt takes the loss. He is 0-2, and what a performance by everyone on the mound today, everyone in the field with a glove, the entire series, and we could not have asked for any more exciting baseball here on the Hill. Trinity Baptist, as a team, now 16-12 overall and 7-2 in South Region play. Toccoa Falls, 14-16 overall, and now 2-4 in South Region competition. What an exciting series. Trinity Baptist drops the first one and wins both games here this afternoon, and they take this one 3-2 in extra innings. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. For Coach John Copeland, assistant coaches Jordan Broden and Sammy Coffrin, athletic director John D. Jones, and all of us here at TBC, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.